Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel. Technically it's a 2-week postpartum update. I'm a little bit behind on doing this video, but anyway, hi, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a 1-week postpartum update video for you. I'm going to talk about myself, the baby, Elena and Idris as well. So let's just get straight into it because Elena is asleep and I just don't know how much longer she's going to stay asleep for. And I've got the monitor right there so I can see her. Zayd's outside in his swing. I was going to bring him in here, but I can't seem to remember how to detach chair off the swing to bring him in here. He seems like he's alright in there. He's awake still, which is really weird. He normally goes straight back to sleep after a feed. He must be growing out of the whole premature phase. Anyway, if you haven't seen my birth story video, I'll have it linked for you. Forgot which side it's on but I'll have it linked for you in the corner if you want to check it out. But basically I gave birth early. Tomorrow, which is the 9th of September, is actually the date that we had scheduled to go in for a C-section, but in the end I bled again for the 4th time at 36 weeks, so the doctors ended up deciding to deliver him then and there. So from his due date he was 4 weeks early, but from the C-section date he is 2 weeks early. Apparently he isn't premature, he basically passed that premature stage, so he is full term but not officially full term, I don't know. But he weighed 2,660 grams and I can't remember the head circumcise, whatever it's called, and I can't remember his height. I know he's like 1 centimeter or a couple centimeters shorter than Elena was, but anyway, that's that. Technically it's been 2 weeks now since I gave birth to him, but we're just gonna say this is a 1-week updated video. So yeah, I wrote my notes. Let's just get straight into it. Sorry if you hear noises outside. They're building houses on the other side across the road. First things first, feeding. Basically we have trouble at the start with Elena as well. I had to feed him via a syringe, so I had to hand express to get the colostrum out and then put it in the syringe and feed it to him. In the end I did what I did with Elena. I ended up pumping to help get the milk out because I did start to see that the colostrum started to become liquidy. So then that indicated that my milk was slowly coming, so I ended up pumping, and then pretty much day 3 or day 4 the milk came out, but we were still having trouble getting him to latch on. My boobs were quite big by the time that my milk supply was coming through, so thank goodness a lactation consultant pretty much came and visited us the day I was being discharged, and she really helped us out, and now we pretty much are all good. I am using a Nipple Shield still, which was the same with Elena, but this time I'm hoping to not be on the Nipple Shield for too long. I'm waiting until he is much more confident feeding and then I'll start to wean him off it. But yeah, at the moment I am still waking him up every 3 hours. Before he wasn't waking up for his feeds, which is why I had to wake him up every 3 hours, but now that he is waking up for his feeds, I'm not really sure what to do. I was supposed to have a child health nurse come yesterday, but no, yeah, yesterday, but she's coming tomorrow now, so I'll ask her tomorrow when can I stop waking him up feeds, when can I just pretty much follow his lead, and I'll let you guys know in the 1-month date how that goes. But at the moment I am waking him up every 3 hours. Sometimes I don't wake him up every 3 hours, in particular at night time is when it's hard for me to get out of bed, but max is 4 hours anyway. He is growing though. When I had my last midwife home visit on Sunday, he is almost back to weighing what he was when he was born, so I think it was 2,635, so it's nearly there. Hopefully by tomorrow he's put on more weight, but I won't know until tomorrow. Now we'll get on with his sleeping. As I said, for the first week he was sleeping a lot. Today is the first day that he's actually not going back to sleep after a feed. He usually goes back to sleep after that, but yeah, that's why we had to wake him up every 3 hours. Apparently it's normal because he came so early, that's why he's just sleepy. But yeah, he sleeps perfectly during the day. The first few nights when we came home was pretty hard because he didn't want to sleep in the cot, but he would sleep perfectly in his swing. And at the time we didn't know if the swing was okay for him to be sleeping in, but apparently according to my midwife it's fine. Obviously it's not ideal due to just habit. Like if we keep putting him in there, he's gonna always want to sleep in there, and when he gets bigger he can't sleep in the swing. But at the moment, because little, it is fine. but to create a habit of him sleeping in his cot, we should start now. She actually really helped us out, because ever since then, so I saw her on Friday, I think Thursday or Friday was the last time I saw her. The last midwife visit was a different lady on the Sunday. So when I saw my actual midwife, which was either Thursday or Friday, was the last time I saw her. Oh my god, making no sense. But anyway, I'm just gonna say her name because it's easier. Amelia, when she came to visit me for the last time, she helped us out with the sleeping because we asked her for her advice and she helped us out. She basically told us to said what I knew was the problem was that when we put him down in the cot, he doesn't feel warm and secure, and that's why he doesn't sleep well and he stirs a lot, and that's why he likes to swing, because he's like, you know, secure and like not squished in, but he's, you know, being snug basically. So she said to pretty much elevate the mattress, so which we've done. We've put a blanket underneath the mattress to lift it up. Apparently that's what they recommend parents who have colicky babies. And then she said to put like warm blankets underneath as well so he feels warm, and ever since then he sleeps so much better now. And then yesterday we also got a dummy as well, because it seems like that he just wakes up and just wants to suck, so he's not actually hungry, he just wants to suck on something. So obviously it's not ideal. Elena didn't really have the dummy for very long, she didn't like it, and I obviously don't want the dummy to become a problem later on down the track either. So I only give him the dummy when I feel like he wants it, not just for the sake of it, if you know what I mean. So for example, last night after his feed, I put him in his cot and he was already asleep. He fell asleep on me, so I put him down in his cot and he didn't stir anything, he just stayed asleep, so I didn't give him the dummy. So that's what I'm trying to do. If he doesn't ask for the dummy, I'm not going to give it to him, if that makes sense. But yeah, ever since then he sleeps pretty well at night time now. He just wakes up for a feed. He only started to wake up for his feed in the last 2 days, I'd say. Okay, so for the first couple of nights being back home, so the first couple of nights in the first week, if I felt like he didn't drink enough on the boob, then we'll top him up with express breast milk in the bottle. We are still doing that now, but not nearly as much as we were doing it in the first week. He's getting a lot better at sucking now. Also, the first 2 days in the hospital, we were topping him up with formula when I didn't have much colostrum in my breasts at the time. And even then as well, in the first few days within that first week, he would be really lazy to drink on the boob, but he would drink from the bottle just like that. And I think that's pretty much all I've got left to say about Zaid. He's doing great and he's growing, like I said. I'm really hoping he's gained a lot more by the time the child health nurse comes tomorrow. I'm hoping he'll be his birth weight or over his birth weight. He's very, 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 very tiny, very skinny. You just couldn't bear to change him pretty much for the last 2 weeks, because it breaks his heart to see Zaid's arms and legs really skinny and small and fragile. But I feel like he's getting a lot stronger now and he's very alert. I mean, obviously he's doing great because the midwives are no longer coming to visit anymore, and if they were coming to visit still after a week, then there is a problem, and there isn't, so that's great. But yeah, he's doing great. So let's just get on to me now. I'm doing okay. My wound is okay. Like, it's getting there, it's a lot better. I'm able to sleep a little bit more comfortably now, but it's still a little bit sore. Like, I need to be sleeping in a specific position for it to not hurt or feel uncomfortable. I'm not taking painkillers as much either. Probably just take Panadol once a day, depending how I feel really. Sometimes I just don't even think to take it, but yeah, so pain isn't too bad. They took the dressing off on Thursday last week, so yes, that was the day that I last saw Amelia, if it was a Thursday. And I had this machine, it's called a Pico 7. Essentially it just helps to heal your wound faster. It's a new tech thing. It's really weird. Apparently it's supposed to, I was supposed to write down the information on this, but I totally forgot to. But it's supposed to like put some pressure, not pressure, let's just Google it because I want to tell you what it is. Apparently my original hospital don't give this tech thing to everyone. It's only for like larger women and more larger surgeries or whatever, but with the hospital that I gave birth at, they pretty much apparently put it on everybody. So it provides suction known as a negative pressure wound therapy, which draws out excess fluid from a wound and protects the injured area. The wound dressing protects the wound from dirt and bacteria to ultimately help promote healing. It was really annoying because obviously if the seal breaks or something like that, I don't know, it starts to vibrate, and it happened a lot in hospital and no one really told me about it. Like, I didn't even know it was there until I saw it in my bed and I thought, oh, that's strange, maybe midwife left it. I didn't even know it was attached to me. Yeah, anyway, that's off now. Obviously I had to have it on me for the first week that I came back home, so it was a little bit weird to be, you know, when we went out I would have like a tube hanging out of my shirt. But anyway, it's gone now. I forgot how tough it is after having a C-section of I don't know if you know, but Elena also came via C-section. It was an emergency C-section as well. I was planning on having her naturally, but anyway, check out my labor story for Elena if you want to know about that. But yeah, essentially I forgot what it was like to have a C-section. It is very uncomfortable, depressing, and the pain just gets to you. Yeah, it was just not great, but I'm glad that I'm feeling much better now. I'm not walking like an old person anymore. When nighttime hits, it actually is the worst for me. My hormones start to skyrocket and I start to feel really anxious and sad. Last night was the first night I didn't cry, but up until then I was crying almost every night, especially in the last 3 nights I was crying. Yeah, I can't really explain it. I was feeling like that with Elena as well, but I feel like this time it was a lot worse. I feel like I just had a lot bothering me. Like, I miss my family. I wish they could be here. I miss Elena. I feel very disconnected with Elena since having Zaid. I still can't pick her up. I'm always with Zaid. That I'm never with Elena because I always have to feed Zaid, and then when I'm not feeding Zaid I want to relax because I've just had a baby attached to me for like an hour and I just want space. So yeah, it's just been a bit tough emotionally. If you saw my birth story about Zaid, then you'll see that I pretty much just broke down in tears. But I am feeling a lot better now, inshallah. I did feel sad when my mum called, but I didn't feel sad for long, so that's good. I was obviously really tired in the first few nights being back from hospital because obviously, you know, nights so I'm up all the time, like, because Zaid still is figuring out how to feed properly. It takes about like an hour to feed him because, you know, he keeps dozing off, so I've got to keep waking him up, burp him, change him to wake him up more, to put him on the other boob and top him up. Like, it just takes forever and it just gets really frustrating at times. But I feel like I'm not as tired anymore, but nighttime is obviously still really hard to stay awake when I'm feeding him, but daytime I'm alright. My mood with Elena is so much better. I'm not sure if you remember me saying that with my patience with Elena has been really bad when I was pregnant, and I feel like that's gone now, thank goodness, because I was feeling so bad. I'm always just, you know, yelling at her and getting upset with her and everything like that, so I'm glad that that's passed. And my appetite is back again. Like, you know, my food aversions is finally gone. Nothing, you know, bothers me anymore, like, you know, onions and garlic and all that crap. And like, when I eat I don't feel sick, I just feel good. I don't feel I don't have that aftertaste every time I eat something. I just feel better in that aspect. Finally, that was something I really bothered me during pregnancy. Like, no matter what I ate, I always felt sick, and because I was so hungry, the moment I start eating I can't stop, and then I felt worse after it, and aftertaste, everything gave me, you know, a nasty aftertaste, and just I'm just glad that I can enjoy my food again. And I cannot wait to get some delicious oysters and just eat sushi without feeling paranoid that I'm gonna get sick. Just, I can eat runny egg and I can have my steak medium rare. I just miss my food, so I'm glad that now I can just go back to eating normally and not feeling like crap after. So I had to inject this thing into my stomach every night for a week. I had my last dose on Friday. Essentially it's something to help with the blood clots, but I can't remember the name. Again, I wanted to prepare myself for all of this, but I didn't. Anywho, that's that. If I remember, I'll leave the name of it across the screen to tell you what it is, but I had to do this with Elena as well. Obviously I didn't do it myself because I can't bring myself to stab myself in the stomach myself, so it just does it for me. Engorgement, because I had really bad engorgement with Elena, I was aware of it this time. I didn't want to just go ahead and pump it all out like I was instructed to do with Elena, but at least that way when I knew that it was happening I was on top of it straight away, and I asked someone straight away because I knew that it was coming, so I was able to fix that. And now it was just a matter of me trying to monitor it and try and avoid it getting worse. Yeah, I did have to fully pump out this breast, but I didn't have to with this one. This one doesn't really make that much compared to this one. I don't know why. It was like that with Elena as well, but yeah, I pumped this one out and now it's just a matter of trying to maintain it. It's not engorged now, but if I do miss a feed and I don't feed him on the boob and end up feeding him from the bottle, then I have to pump, and if I don't pump, then it obviously gets sore. But yeah, so it's just me trying to maintain it and trying to just, you know, watch out for it. But it's been pretty good this time around. Last time I was sore from engorgement for a couple of days. This time it wasn't because I knew about it. And that's all done about me. Next is Elena. Elena is doing okay. She's doing a lot better than she was last week. I was hoping a little bit more, I don't know, excitement. I don't know. I had this idea in my head that, you know, she'd just be so smitten and everything, but she was happy. Like, she was like, oh baby, but she didn't want to go near him. She didn't want to touch him, but then she wanted to look at him. I don't know, it was weird. Our first couple of days back home was kind of hard too. Like, anytime Zayd cried, she would cry. We were never able to, both of us, focus on Zayd. Like, one of us had to be with Zayd and the other be with Elena, because she would just get upset. But I think she's doing okay now. She's interested in him now. Like, if whenever Zayd's crying, she'd be like, oh no, baby crying, baby crying. And she'd be like, are you okay? Are you okay? And put the blanket on him and everything. And I caught her, you know, playing peekaboo with him and just talking to him. And while she was watching the iPad, she would be like, Coco, Coco, okay. And then she would like kind of watch it with him. So yeah, she's definitely, you know, interested in him now. And she wants to hold him too. So that's good. When did she hold him? I can't remember when she held him. It was probably like 2 nights after being back at home, so it wasn't straight away. And now she wants to always hold him, but she always wants to hold him when I need to feed him, so I feel bad, but you know, it's something I can do. I need to feed him first. But yeah, she's doing better. She's still getting there. She's still, you know, kind of like, oh, when's he leaving kind of thing. I don't know, but I'm just trying my best to not make her feel like she's been replaced, because I'm the oldest child in my family, so I know what it's like to, you know, be the only child, and then all of a sudden there's, you know, someone else that everyone seems to be more smitten about. So yeah, I try and make her feel like she's still, you know, our baby girl. I don't want her to feel replaced. That's why I don't really like it when other people kind of make her feel like, oh, it's okay, we've got this baby now, you know. I don't like that. I don't want her to feel like she's been replaced from us or from anybody, you know. Whatever, they can do what they want, but so as long as, you know, I make her feel like she's still, you know, my baby girl, then that's all that matters to me. But I do get bothered when some people do that. Yeah, that's pretty much it with Elena. She's sick at the moment though, so I'm trying to balance, like, I don't want to get sick because I get sick easily, and I obviously have to be with the baby all the time, so I don't want him to get sick. So I'm trying to avoid not getting sick, so I can't, you know, share my food or my drinks with her. I just gotta be careful to pass it on to Zayd. And then, you know, I don't want Elena to feel like she can't interact with the baby, but you know, I also don't want her to sneeze in his face, and you know, I don't want Zayd to get sick. Because I remember when Elena got sick when she was still like newborn, and it was the hardest thing ever. And Zayd, you know, he came early, so we're very worried about him getting sick. So like, when we go out, we don't even go out anywhere crowded or anything like that. We try and just avoid places like that and stay and go to like more quiet places. So yeah, we're very protective with him at the moment because he's just too little. Obviously if he didn't come so early, we probably wouldn't be this paranoid. But anyway, she's sick. I'm trying to not get sick. I'm trying to keep the distance between her and Zayd. I'm also trying to encourage her to say Zayd and not baby, because I don't want her to always call him baby, obviously, because that's not his name. His name's Zayd. It's just really hard, because even like, it's hard for us to stop saying it as well. She can say his name, but she just associates him as a baby. So, but anyway, we'll see how we go. Last but not least, Idris. I think he's doing, mentally wise, I think he's doing fine. He's been amazing actually. He's pretty much, you know, has to look after Elena because, you know, I physically can't yet. I can't pick her up until 6 weeks postpartum, I think. I can't even remember. So I can't shower her, I can't pick her up to comfort her, I just can't do much with her. So he's been, you know, obviously taken a lot of responsibility, cooking as well. But now that I'm getting better, I'm able to help with the cooking. He helps with Zayd as well. He's got like 6 weeks off. 6 weeks? I think it's 6 weeks off work, so I do try my hardest to take advantage of nighttime, but I just feel bad because he does so much. I want him to sleep well, so then he's, you know, in a good mood during the day. But he's great. Like, he's very, very, you know, he's, what's the word, like, he just does it without being asked to do it, basically. Like, he's just stepped up, and he did that with Elena too. Like, he's just amazing. Like, oh, like, so he's basically the epitome of what a husband should be like and a father should be like. Like, he's just amazing. I just wish that I could do something to make it up to him or something. I don't know. I'm trying to think of something to do for him, because the baby was supposed to come after Father's Day. I didn't do anything special for him this Father's Day. birthday because I can't drive anywhere to go get anything, and obviously I was tired, I had my mind elsewhere, and he doesn't believe in those kind of things, so I didn't think he would care. But yeah, I do want to try and do something nice for him on a different day to make it up to him for not doing anything on the actual day, and also just to say thank you for everything that he's been doing for the past 9 months. Basically, he's been being the best ever, so yeah, he's great. I can't really think of anything else to say. Obviously I don't really know what's going on in his mind, but I'm sure that he's taking it pretty hard as well, adjusting to being a father of 2 and then having a wife that is obviously still healing from the surgery and everything like that. But yeah, that's pretty much it. That's our 1 to 2 week postpartum update. I'm just gonna leave it at that. There's not really much else to say. I would like to do a 1 month postpartum update, but I'm not sure. See how things go. If I remember to write notes down whenever things happen and occur and everything like that, then hopefully I'll do that 1 month postpartum video. I still got that postpartum bleeding, and I'm not sure if I mentioned it, but I have to wait 18 to 24 months until I can have another baby, and unfortunately it will have to be C-section from here on out, but I don't know if I want another one. Ask me again in a year because I said the exact same thing with Elena. But hey, see what happens. It's all in the hands of Allah, so whatever he has planned is what's gonna happen, isn't it? Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video, but hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell if you don't want to miss out on any videos. But essentially I upload every Monday and Thursdays, and if you want to see more fashion content then definitely check me out on Instagram. I upload all my outfits over there. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.